All right, this is the Anaheim 2 review. This was a Triple Crown format. And so, for people who aren't familiar with that, the 450 main is three mains, I guess you want to call it. And each one is 12 minutes long plus one lap. And then, so with that track, what do you guys think as it being a Triple Crown?
I don't like the Triple Crown.
At all? Zero at all?
No, I feel like it makes everybody push so much harder, and then people start fucking wadding up and getting hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a sprint race, I feel like. So I agree with that.
I can never remember who won.
That's it. That's all the reason you don't like them, because you can't remember who won.
Yeah, that's a lot to remember.
Yeah. What if they did it two races, two mains? And they went two.
Yeah, like two motos.
Yeah.
They call it a main. It ain't no main.
I know. What are you going to call it, though? A moto?
If it's a main, they're not going to take your average.
Right.
Do it like arena cross and reverse the field for the second main.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the track layout?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
that quad was huge.
Yeah.
And then that table to table, that Roxon and Tomac, I only think those are the only two that tried it, maybe.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
That was like three on, three off to a quad, right?
Tomac cased the shit out of it, I think, once too.
Yeah, when he was chasing somebody. Webb,
yeah.
Yeah. It was a triple on, then you could jump off, and then table plus two more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was really much faster going table to table because they had to go wide into the corner.
Yeah.
All right, Ricky Carmichael.
I feel
hey, that stand section after it was sick.
Yeah.
Dude, how fast were they going through that?
I know.
Railing. That was sick.
I do feel though, like at the end of that section, Tomac kept catching. I know we're kind of jumping ahead here, but he was catching Webb once that section was over, even though they were doing it different. But it didn't seem like it was astronomically faster. That 3 on, 3 off. But what do you think of the whoops? Broke down pretty fast.
It was like a short section, but it seemed like everybody was having a pretty tough time in them.
Yeah, I saw where Kenny started jumping them. I don't know who else was jumping them. I think Webb might have just started jumping them, but Tomac is still blitzing on the outside of them, on the edges.
Yeah. But it didn't seem like he was really gaining. The same with Webb and Roxon too. It didn't seem like they were really gaining much time blitzing them as opposed to jumping them.
Yeah, it seemed pretty even either way.
Yeah.
A couple things. Malcolm still not out for this race, and we kind of discussed it earlier. It might be a possible knee injury, and he could be out longer. And from kind of what I'm hearing is that Joey Savacci might get the fill-in on Husky. We'll see. That'd be pretty sweet. I like Joey. Hate to see Malcolm out though, because he's pretty good. And then obviously Ryan's favorite rider, Marvin, still out. Have you talked to Marvin, Ryan? How long is he out?
Nah, his bitch ass is staying in France.
So yeah, that's two notable racers that are out this week. All right, so let's start with Chase Sexton. He goes 151. Looked pretty good all day. Was he the top qualifier too? You guys know? I think he was.
Top qualifier?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sexton was. He was almost a second faster, I think, after qualifying.
Let me look at my notes here.
He was one of the only guys. I think he was him and Jet Lawrence, dude, were the only ones that ran 57s. I think.
Yeah.
57.564 to be exact.
Yeah, I think Jet ran like a 57.9.
998 to be exact.
Yeah.
He doesn't have notes. Look at that. Look at that guy.
Look at that shit.
Good job.
I'm just pulling this stuff right out of memory right now.
The only Chase went down after, I think it was after the finish line, right? He just dumped the front. Yeah, because it was like that left-handed, kind of dumped it, but he still got a fifth.
That was the second moto. He won the
second moto. Yeah.
And Roxon got second first moto.
Yeah.
Dude, Actually, Roxon looked pretty good.
That looks stupid.
He was going fast, but his bike looks like shit still. I think
Yeah.
it just
Yellow.
it doesn't look like it's working for him. But I feel like if he does get it dialed, he's gonna win a Triple Crown.
Shut the fuck up.
He's not winning a regular.
Look at you doing a 180 from last week.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, it looks like he's getting stuff figured out. Like they were talking about it, like in the pre-race show. You know that before A1, dude, he'd only had like didn't even have.
Who's got the background TV or whatever going on?
Me.
Oh yeah.
You did shit. Jesus.
They cut
I
Aaron
told you I was watching the 450 moto.
Turn it down.
He's trying to podcast and party, dude.
Here, we're gonna turn it down. Jeez,
Look at it.
What were you saying, Aaron?
I mean, Kenny, he's doing better, dude. He A1, he got fifth. The following week he got fourth, and last week he got third, dude. So I mean, he's starting to figure stuff out. And they were talking to like the pre-race show about how he only had like 2.5 weeks on that bike before A1.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's probably why he wanted to switch the suspension, dude, after A1 too. I think he was just obviously not jiving with the dude that they had working for Het Motorsports because they got their own suspension guy.
Yeah.
And now he's working with Factory Connection guy like separately. It looks like.
You think he's still fighting the bike, or it's just not? I mean, Kenny's picky. They've always said that. Do you think he's feeling more comfortable? Or he's just fighting it.
I don't know. I think the suspension looks like shit.
Yeah, too soft, too stiff.
Too fucked up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
He doesn't tell. He just doesn't react.
And he doesn't look quite as smooth in like the rhythm sections. Like it seems like he's I don't know.
Fucked up.
So Roxon in the first main event, whatever the first moto, because it's not a main event. Actually, he had a 57.94 lap time.
He looked good in the first one.
I mean, dude, him and Chase were right next to each other almost the whole race till like the very end. I think he kind of laid off a little bit, but they were like within like a second and a half. I think most of the race it looked like.
Yeah.
Indo had a 57 also.
Who was it?
Anderson.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And Tomac got third that first race, and he was like quite a ways behind Kenny and Chase.
Yeah. Kenny and Chase both said it felt like they were just being at the practice track. They just both felt comfortable that first one. A little side note: Chase, Anderson, and Tomac all wore 10 block. Like,
yeah, that was sick.
That gear was good.
Yeah, it was like was it like one of his designs or something? Well, I guess 3 different.
Yeah, I guess they're all designs from when he does rally, like his rally suits.
Brandis got fourth that first moto too, which was he was up there.
All right, so Chase. So going into the third moto, it was a 4-way tie for who's going to win it all. So I think Chase and Jason, they had 4 points or I don't know, whatever, and then
I think it was like they both had 5s, and then I think Kenny and Tony had 6 or something.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And to win, it's +3 from everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was I didn't know what was going to happen there. It was good racing though. As for that final one, that final moto.
Chase got a good start. That's like the Triple Crown stuff, but you got to get a good start.
Let's go to Jason Anderson. So he gets second overall. He goes 5.13. I guess in that second one.
Hey, 5.13. That's the natty.
Well, that's true.
Tough day for you guys.
Wait, who went 5.13?
Anderson.
Anderson.
Oh.
He hole shotted the second moto and the third moto.
Dude, yeah. I thought he looked really good in qualifying. Like he looked the best, like going through those whoops and stuff in qualifying.
That's the best he looked all season. Like
yeah.
in the Triple Crown.
He looked good, yeah. Him and he cleaned out Webb.
Yeah. What do you think?
He didn't really like
dirty. Clean or dirty?
He's getting pretty good.
I think it was fine.
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
think it was what?
It's money.
Yeah, plus like I think he just kind of rubbed his front tire a little bit. I don't really think it was like a takeout move, you know.
Well, I'm not saying he tried to take him out, but he hit him pretty hard.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's weird because I don't mind Jason doing that, but I feel like if I saw Barsha, I'd be like, oh, typical. You know, it's like, but they're not too far off from one another.
Yeah, Anderson and Barsha both are pretty aggressive.
Yeah. Did you see Anderson after that second moto? He like talked to Justin Starling. I guess Starling was holding him up or something. So they had words.
I sort of saw that. I mean, dude, who gives a shit? He still won.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point it is what it is, kind of. But
it's like he can't, even he got first. It's like he still has to like.
But they say that like usually the first guy, whoever's in first, that starts going through the lappers first. Most of the lappers aren't quite looking for him yet.
Yeah.
Until the leader comes through, you know. So I feel like it's they, you know, from pretty much what people have said or whatever, you know, like, you know, being the first guy through the lappers is always the toughest, just because they're not looking out for the guy coming through, you know, to lap them.
Who was that, Mets?
That was me this time.
That was me this time.
So Kenny goes 2-3-4 for third overall. Aaron before this race, he was all over Kenny, saying Kenny's going to get up there, and we were kind of giving him a bunch of crap. But hey, he backed it up. He looked better.
The blind squirrel finds the nut every once in a while.
Did what happened to the our picks?
You have them. You're in charge there.
I just think that the race kind of favored Kenny's style. You know, he's kind of a sprinter. You know, he's always been one of those dudes that are like real good, like right off the bat.
I picked Mookie. He wasn't even there.
All right, read them off to us. Start Mookie. Yeah, he wasn't even there. I did. Yeah, man. I got Chase. That's it.
Hey, I had Anderson.
You had Anderson.
I had nobody.
Nobody. Wow.
I got none.
But I will say the day of the picks, when I did my picks on
I win.
I did have Roxon in third, and I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, so good ride for Kenny. I think he's starting, I'd say, we're 3 races in. I say 6 races. By the 6th or 7th race, he's looking a lot better.
I'd say, yeah, by the 6th or 7th race, he'll be fatigued and dropping.
Yeah, I don't know. As the season goes on, like in the past, he's gotten worse.
That's true. I don't think he ever. That's right, though. It's a short race, so it's hard to tell. He didn't fade, but he also didn't fade last week. He kind of just stayed in 4th behind Barsha.
I don't know if he really ever talked about it either, but I think he had some issues like having Epstein-Barr and stuff, like after he had a lot of the surgeries.
Yeah, and then also remember the lime gate, they put all that lime down that track, people were getting burned.
Yeah.
He was one of those.
Dude, that like totally destroyed people's bikes too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if some of the pictures from people's bikes, like all the aluminum, it like oxidized everything real bad.
All right, so Kenny gets third, Webb gets 4th, 7.42 for 4th overall for Webb. I'll get into Webb and Tomac here in a minute, and then Ferrandis goes 4.65 for 5th. Ferrandis has been kind of quiet and staying top 5. Actually, really quiet. They're not really watching. He is like, I don't know, still pretty far back in the points, but he's surprised. He hasn't been past 5th, I don't think, right? All season. Maybe a 6th, but he's riding pretty well.
I think we're going to see like the best out of Ferrandis at some of those speedway tracks.
Yeah, for sure. What do you guys think?
The tracks are maybe just a little bit less technical Supercross style and maybe like a little more outdoorsy style.
What do you think, Scott? What's your thoughts on Ferrandis?
I think where he finished, 5th, I think that's probably he'll probably hang around that spot. I think the rest of the year.
Really?
It's crazy though, because the dudes that are like in the top 5, like a lot of them were really flip flopping all over the place a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Our finishes like a 151, 513.
Right, but it's a Triple Crown. I mean, the Triple Crown, it's going to make everybody shake up because everybody's trying that much harder because they don't have time to make up. They have to go for it. It's like being like the last lap of every race.
Yeah.
Like you have to go for it.
I'm just kind of trying to point out, like, I feel like I don't know if he's got like that first place speed.
He doesn't. Honestly, he doesn't have top 5 speed.
I think he might get on a podium maybe at one of the speedway tracks, but I don't know if I see him getting on the podium at anything else.
So right now he sits 6 in points, 15 back from Tomac, and only 1 back from Anderson. So he's not a terrible spot.
He's a good rider, but he'll never be more than 5 or 6 this year, I don't think.
Well, yeah, Supercross.
Yeah.
Outdoors, he's going to be. He'll probably be top 3, top 4.
Oh, I wouldn't put him back that far. You
think he's going to win again?
Top 3.
All outdoors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that, Brandon?
Yeah, he flies outdoors.
Like look at him at the MX Designations. Like he was throwing down.
Yeah.
He was rolling. But that's motocross.
I mean, he's won a championship.
All right, so 6 on the
How
night.
old is Brandon?
He's like 27. He's a little older. So Tomac goes 6 on the night, 3-2-13. So that 13, he was, what were they running, 4th and 5th? Yeah, because it was
he was battling for 4th.
Yeah. So Tomac and Webb were battling, and it looked like Webb is kind of holding him up, but Webb, we all know, great like blocker. He's like a semi truck. Some people say out there. He knows what move you're going to make. And then Tomac tries. I don't know if he's trying to go for the pass or what his thoughts are, and then just kind of goes outside, lands on a tough block. Gets super lucky.
Dude, he slammed.
Yeah.
It was a fast crash.
He got shit whipped pretty much, and he got unlucky where he landed.
Got real lucky.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen it, go back and watch Tomac battle Webb, and I put it on my Insta story. I think it's already gone, but it's a pretty good crash. I just saw a video. I think I just sent to you guys the one where it's coming from the backside, where it shows it from the backside of it.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah.
And he didn't even have that carve back onto the track.
No.
Like he's going right for the tough block.
It's like that rut just sitting straight that way instead of coming all the way back.
Yeah.
He was laying it out trying to pass Webb though. I feel like because he tried to do that. He tried to do that table rhythm like a lap or 2 before that to get by him, and he freaking cased the shit out of that dude trying to do that.
Do you think Webb is holding him, like slowing down, holding him up, or just really?
I think Webb was obviously a little bit slower, but man, I feel like he's smart. He's real smart, like in the corners and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows where that other rider is really well. Here, I think this season, if the points are close, Webb will get chippy. Webb will get chippy if it keeps it tight, and then I think Eli's not like that, so it'll be eager to see like what happens there.
He'll get chippy, like talking.
No. I think Webb will bump bars. He'll go bar to bar, like he'll rub you.
I'm not getting scared.
Yeah,
Tomac will slam people if he has to.
Dude, I feel like Webb just doesn't have that like raw speed to win either.
No, I don't think so either. I think Tomac's got that raw speed.
I think
based off lap times, Webb has that speed.
Right. What was he running?
Well, maybe not at the Triple Crown, but let's see. At the Triple Crown, he was running.
I would just say that race.
He was. So, Tomac.
You can't compare that race to any other races, though.
Tomac in the second main had the fastest time of a 58.27, and Webb was a 58.67. How far off at all?
I mean, it's like a half a second.
Yeah.
Are you doing calculations?
If that's his fastest lap, I don't know. He just doesn't quite look like he's quite there for like a win. I feel like.
You talking about Webb still?
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't know. He was holding up Tomac in that race, in that one main. But if you watch him, in all the other races, and plus the two before this race,
Yeah.
the dude's fucking hauling.
Yeah,
That's kind of what I was going off of is the first two races.
I've been impressed with like his staying power kind of too. Like he's been charging all the way to the end.
But the first moto, he got 7th. I don't know what happened there.
He fell. Anderson took him out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's a shorter race too, because they
once you hit the ground, you don't have much time to make up.
I thought that was 2. You're right. That was Moto 1. Yeah, that makes sense. That was almost at the end too. All right, so Tomac. So Tomac loses some points. So now Sexton and Weber tie for second, 4 points.
Yeah, back. Tomac's still winning though. So
right, you get back to a normal race, dude. You'll be right back to Tomac.
Yeah, for sure. I think the Triple Crown, as bad as it was for him, kind of saved him a little bit from. If that was one moto, I mean, he'd lose the red plate, or if that was the main.
Yeah, because doing 30 minutes is a lot different than doing 15.
Yeah. Plessinger got 7th overall. He went 8.77. I didn't see much AP on the. Actually, what did he battling?
He was in 3rd for a while now.
Yeah.
3rd moto.
What he was battling Kenny one time, like pretty hard, and then cut back under.
He passed Kenny, and Kenny got him right back to like 2 turns later.
Yeah.
See, he's just been kind of floating between like the 5-10 spot. It seems like though.
Yeah. Do you guys know if he's in a contract here, or is he still got another year?
I don't know.
No, I think he only had a 2-year deal with KTM, didn't he?
Metz, write that down. Figure that out. You got the inside scoop.
So that second race, Roxon and Tomac were going at it, and Tomac got Roxon because Roxon slid off the track.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then Webb was like right behind him too. He wasn't too far.
They must have had like a real hard packed base, dude, because there's a lot of people that kind of were washing out and like stuff like that a lot.
Yeah, that track was taking people.
A lot of the turns, a lot of people's front wheels were washing out.
Yeah. So after AP, Barsha went 8th. He went 11.86 for 8th overall. Typical Barsha. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of where he's at. Like he's already starting to go down. The season, you're only 3 races in.
I wonder.
I just didn't like the whole Triple Crown. It screwed everybody.
I wonder if they left all the base dirt there from A1.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah,
that might be why they're having issues with that like bottom layer. It seemed like that was getting ripped up a little bit.
AC 6.11.8 for 9th. Looked a lot better. He's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he had a good start the one race too. He led some laps.
Yeah. Savachi 10.99 for 10th overall. So if Joey gets Malcolm, do you think if Joey gets Malcolm's spot, if Malcolm's out, does he do better? Kind of the same.
I don't think he does any better.
Yeah.
Savachi?
I feel like he's probably going to be floating around the same area.
Yeah, I do too. Because he's doing really well, really.
Yeah. I mean, look everybody above him. I mean, it's like there's some heavy hitters up there, so it's not like he's really far back. He's top 10 every time.
He's definitely the best privateer.
Yeah. Christian Craig 9.10.10 for 11. Still haven't seen anything like that's wowed me yet on Craig in this 450 class.
No,
I don't think he will.
I'm pretty disappointed on Craig. I feel like I thought he was going to be up there a little higher.
Yeah.
It's his first full year in it, and completely new bike from all the other bikes. He's never rode on Austrian bike. He's always been on Jap bikes for the whole time. So
he's always just looked like real smooth and like really fast in the whoops, and I feel like he doesn't quite have that right now on the Husqvarna.
Colt Nichols, 12, 14, 11 for 12th. Kind of where I see Colt. I mean, he might get up there. I think he'll get higher some of these races because he's gotten a 6th.
Might have been, dude. Just he's probably so pumped up for A1. Like, who knows?
That's not really. That's just not really factory Honda results there.
Yeah.
No. Is Dean Wilson considered a privateer, or is he kind of like a hybrid?
I think he's full privateer for that firepower Honda.
Yeah. I think it's considered privateer.
13, 12, 12. I don't see Dean getting higher than above a top. I don't see Dean getting top 10. Do you guys?
You put Dean on the Husqvarna bike, I bet you he does.
Oh yeah, maybe that's a good point. I wonder if they'll go back to Dean.
If Mookie really is out, I think the best decision they can make is be putting Dean back on it.
Yeah.
Is Smart Top Honda? They're not doing a 450 team, or what's the deal?
No.
But
they don't have any 450 riders. They only have two.
They got
Oldenburg riders.
Yeah, they got Oldenburg riding 250, right?
So what's who's he riding for? That's not Smart Top.
No, Oldenburg is on Phoenix or Firepower. I thought.
Is Anthony Rodriguez that's on?
He's on Firepower too.
Or maybe they're not doing the West Coast. I don't know. That's weird. I wonder why they're not.
I think they're only doing the World Supercross.
I'm surprised that they didn't put somebody on a 450. Since they just had Brayton and stuff.
Yeah. Justin Hill, 14, 13, 17 for 14th overall.
He's been doing pretty good.
Yeah. Kind of like the guys. Is he still a cop? Is he like he should wait. He should have an outfit that looks like a cop uniform.
That would be pretty tight, actually.
Freddie Noren, 15, 20, 14 for 15th. Malcarath finally doing better since last week. 16, 16, 18 for 16th overall. Kyle Chisholm, 21, 18, and the 15 for 17th. Benny Bloss finished 18th overall. Starling, 19th. Kate Clausen, Josh Cartwright, and Kevin Moran's finish out the 450 class. Anybody stand out for you guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with K-Rock. He stood out this race.
Yeah,
he was impressive, especially after the first 2 rounds.
Yeah,
he was consistent. Like he was always getting a pretty decent start.
I mean his lap times were killer.
He was always up there, like in the top 5, like off the start too. So like he was executing pretty good. And he was holding up there too, I mean, shit, dude, that first I was surprised that first race, like he hung with Sexton, dude, the whole race almost.
Yeah, I'd say Kenny too. Kenny he's looking better, he's riding better. Bike still looks like shit, like Scott says, but at least he's up there. He's not like fading yet. So we'll see how it goes.
Roth, who you got?
For what?
Who
I was looking up. Aaron, you were right. Oldenburg and Rodriguez are on Moto Concepts.
Yeah, and they're just doing 250 guys.
Yeah, but it says that Vince Freezy is supposed to be riding the West Coast too, and he's not. So,
well,
hopefully he broke his femur or something.
I liked Anderson, dude. That's the best finish Anderson's had. Yeah. Anderson kind of rode like shit the first couple of races.
I just think.
I hope he really comes alive.
I just think he gets mixed up in the other stuff too much, and he just needs to focus on riding.
Yeah, I think he'll come back. I think he'll be there.
I mean, I like Anderson, but like, just freaking ride, and who cares about
all the other shit going on?
Making a tweet and whatnot like that.
Yeah.
And then he only did one tweet.
Huh?
He only tweeted one time in between a race.
Yeah, but then he had to get
It
in
was
the
the
star
fuck
lane.
that ever, dude.
So who was the biggest piece of shit?
I don't want to say Tomac because that was just like that's not. I don't feel like that. That was just like a crash. So it's not like. I mean, he was pushing, so I don't want to say that.
No, he was going fast.
Yeah.
Shane McElrath.
Did
He got
he
fourth in the
qualify this
LCQ.
time? He what?
He got fourth in the LCQ.
Yeah, he barely made the main again.
He was the 22nd main.
Damn.
He didn't make it at all last week, right?
Yes, Barsha for 8th overall. That's probably
No, that's typical.
But Barsha got better. He did 11.86.
That's true.
He got 6th last moto, but
I don't know who like went downhill. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They all look pretty consistent from previous.
yeah. And I mean, going into that third moto with like a 4-way tie for who's going to win, that was pretty awesome.
I'd be on the fence with either Colt Nichols or Christian Craig.
Yeah, I agree. I just feel like that's who we kind of pick every week. Well,
Yeah,
they
need to step it up. Do
I
something.
don't know if I'd say Colt Nichols. I mean, this is his first year in 450s, and he's brand new bike and stuff, and he's just trying to figure it out.
I think Colt Nichols is like where I expected him to be now. I think that first race, I don't know what happened, but it was kind of chaos at 8-1 too. So I mean, I don't know. I think Colt's kind of riding where I expected him to now, as opposed to the closer to the top 5.
It's so hard to say that any of them are doing bad because everybody is so fast.
Yeah, and I think seeing Cirillo too, like he's good, man. He just can't.
I think he's doing good.
I think once his fitness and stuff starts to come around, I think he's gonna be a little bit more of a force too.
Well, like one of the interviews he did, he was talking about, he's gonna slow down to get fast and build himself back up, and I think that's what he should do.
What'd you think of that, like dragon back, where they all just kind of like hopped over it into that turn?
That was pretty cool when Webb was getting all the way over it.
Yeah, I saw Sexton get over it. They said, I think it was Craig. I didn't see it. They said Craig did it like with so much style. It looked so good. So that's how he rides.
Yeah, nobody saw it though because he wasn't on camera.
Because he's in 10th.
Yeah, I could see Colt still kind of get. I like to see him do good, but yeah, it's his first 450. Been off the bike so long, so we'll see. Also coming up this week, Justin Cooper 450, his first 450 in Houston.
Oh, sweet, that'll be good,
dude. I bet he freaking rails. He's so tiny that bet you it's all bike.
And I'd say that, but you got to think this is his first race. These guys are going into their 4th race, so they're starting to like calm down and gel. And I don't know. We'll see. I hope so though.
Yeah, but he's not doing the full series, so he should be relaxed.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he's more like Cooper Webb, has more of a drive than some of the others, where he won't let himself fail. Like
Justin Cooper.
Huh? Yeah, Justin Cooper.
Aaron asked who we're talking about.
Oh, Justin Cooper, yeah, and the Yamaha.
Yeah, 450.
I don't know. I think he's just got that mentality where it's like a never give up type deal.
Yeah.
I wonder why they pushed him off.
Why they what?
He's only doing like 8 races or something like that.
Yeah, like why would Star Yamaha do that?
I don't want to spend all the money for a full season.
Yeah, and
he can't ride a 250F in that indoor, so
yeah.
And I think
he'll either sit, ride a few races, or don't do nothing.
He's going 450s outdoors, right? For sure.
No, 250s.
Oh, 250.
He's back on the light bike.
Oh, dang.
Because outdoor, you don't point out or anything.
Anything else 450 you guys want to talk about?
Josh Hill didn't make the main.
No.
That's becoming typical of him.
What's his name?
He's
Alex
definitely
Ray, or Ray didn't make the rain.
Logan Carnow didn't make it.
Yeah, he hasn't made.
He's not even been close.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what's up with him, man. He made a bunch last year.
Yeah, I don't know what's
Yeah,
going
but it was towards the end of the year again too, so maybe he's just a warm.
He's been spending too much time on his OnlyFans free account.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, we'll go to 250. Hey, I said it. I'm pretty sure I said it last week. I don't have it in front of me, but I said the Triple Crown is not Jet's thing, and I felt like this was going to be RJ's, not Kitchen's win, but
I'm pretty sure you said Jet was gonna win all three.
No, I didn't. I know I didn't.
Man, he couldn't stay off the ground. I wonder what's up with RJ too, because man, he had a pretty bad crash also.
Yeah, he put on a social. All right, just gonna take the next 2 weeks to heal up. Yeah, he lost. Did you see where his hand came off in that sand? That's a bad
yeah.
That sucked.
Dude,
So,
freaking McAdoo. Fuck.
Did you see his arm?
Yeah.
Gnarly.
So Levi Kitchen, Star Yamaha.
That's like swell bow, dude. That's like swell arm. Like the whole arm is
Yeah.
like
I really don't know how he rode the 2 more motos.
Oh man, I know. That was a qualifying crash, right, or practice?
No, that was in one of the races, I think, wasn't it?
But it wasn't the first moto.
Oh.
I don't know.
No, because he went 8. There was no way he went 8 after that because his bike flipped. I think that was a practice or qualifying.
He went 8.75.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. It wasn't qualifying. I do remember now.
So the chef goes 4.22 for first. Looks good all day, and all those motors. Kind of stay with it. I thought he was gonna. I was like, man, this kid's gonna get the nerves in him in the last one, or in the. Yeah, I thought he was gonna crash. I was like, God, just hold it together. But he did all right. So props to Kitchen.
He was just like the most consistent.
Yeah.
He rode really good.
Yeah.
Everybody else was crashing at some point.
And then Jet, basically, what do they call it? It was on just trying to get up there. He went 3.61, which if you watch him ride, he just had to. He was just doing damage control. He crashed every one except for the last one, like multiple times.
Yeah, but then that last race, dude, he finished like 12 seconds out in front.
Yeah. Well, I think Kitchen realized, all right, I don't need to catch him. I just got to keep Styles behind me.
What did you think about the pink gear Jet had on the first race?
One of them I liked. One of them I didn't like.
I thought it fit with the bike kind of cool.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I kind of liked it.
I think it's cool. I like it.
I'm gonna pull it up real quick. But he wore different gear
all 3 races.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't. He ripped the shit out of it that first moto.
Oh, really?
When he did the power slide, because did you see that they interviewed him, dude, and he got third, and he's like, I don't even know why you guys are interviewing me right now because I got third.
I like the.
You could tell that he was like kind of mad, but like his jersey was all ripped up in the front too.
The yellow gear with the pink lettering, it kind of reminded me like a almost like a Bubblicious wrapper.
It's he's like sponsored by that clothing company, that Antisocial Social Club, and they're the ones that designed all the gear that weekend for him.
Yeah, looked pretty good.
Which, have you guys checked out that Antisocial Social Club thing?
No.
Dude, like them being affiliated with like a motocross rider just seems really strange to me. Because it's like
total opposite.
Go to their Instagram.
I'll have to check it out. Let's see. What other gear did he have? But yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I did like Sexton's gear with the blue boots. I like the blue boots. He had that. This is all right. All right. So Jet goes third. Styles Robinson. No, Jet goes second. Styles Robinson third for a 6.13. He looked all right. He still didn't look like fast to me. He just looked like he just managed that third spot. Well, people were just getting going every which way, crashing. So he's just like, well, if I stay here, I'll get third.
That's how I thought, dude. I thought Nicoletti was gonna win that one because everybody just kept wadding up behind him, dude.
God, I wish he would have.
Like as soon as like a pack of people would like get close to him, they'd all wad up, dude. And then it's like, oh hell yeah. I think it happened like twice.
Yeah. So what about Nicoletti? Speaking of Nicoletti, about those like lights he had on his bike. Did you see that? So they're gonna try this out where whoever's in first, they're gonna have that on your triple clamp, so it shows who's in first. And he just happened to be like the guinea pig for it, and he got first.
It was pretty cool. I made him stand out, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, Nicoletti went 12, 3, 19.
Oh yeah, so him and RJ crashed in the third one, midair.
Yeah, he said RJ crossed him in the rhythm section, and he said he barely was able to hold on to it.
Yeah. So Styles Oldenburg got fourth. He went 5.46. Props to Mitchell Oldenburg. Max Volan had a good return, 7.84 for fifth overall. And then, as we spoke before, Cameron McAdoo, 8.75 for sixth, holding on to that bike. Man, Cameron's tough, dude.
You ever see that kid just lay the bike over? He doesn't. It's always a huge crash.
Yeah, that's true.
Wherever he wrecks, it's usually just freaking just wads himself.
Yeah.
I think my biggest disappointment for the 250 class, I think, was Enzo Lopes, man, because he's been riding so good, and then Triple Crown came, and like he just seemed like he couldn't stay out of the dirt either.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Metz said, hey, look at Pierce Brown. You're right, he did go 2 in the first one, and then he went 13.8.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was up in the top 3 on that third one, wasn't he? And then he wrecked it early.
Yes.
Yeah.
He crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He was rolling that first race. He looked good.
Let's see. RJ, we talked about RJ first, and then 22nd. What happened? He just wrecked and just didn't finish.
He wrecked twice.
In that second one?
Yeah, I think the second one he wrecked at the end.
That was the sand one, wasn't it? When he went in the sand. That was the second.
No, I thought that was the third one.
He ran off the track early in the race too. I think it might have been the first time.
There's just so much stuff going on. Every moto.
Man, I hope RJ comes back, man, because he was doing good.
Well, I'm sure he will. He said he was all right. He just needed to heal up a little bit, a little sore.
I'm surprised, dude. Back to 450 just for a second, but man, Tomac's bike, man, it was completely jacked that third moto. Did you see his, like the subframe and everything?
I didn't see it.
Have you guys ever laid a bike down like they do, and like it bend that fast, or their stuff's just so titanium light it's gonna do that? Which is it? Like if you guys crash like that, is it always mangled, or is it because they're running like titanium that it's like it's gonna almost mess up?
Like if
he did a fucking front flip, somersaulted. That's why it was bit that bad.
Yeah, you're cartwheeling, dude. Your subframe is not gonna.
There's some fucking inertia right there. Shit's
right.
Tweaked.
Yeah, he didn't even move up a spot. Someone just went down, so he just got 13th. He stayed in 14th. I was like, he ain't moving. He's just got to ride this thing out.
I wonder if the Husqvarna guys have a carbon fiber subframe still, like their production bikes do.
Oh, really? I don't know that.
I don't know. I got rear-ended at Loretta's and blew the whole back of my bike up.
I was looking at this. Derek Kelly, good ride for Derek Kelly, 10.57 for 7th overall. Dylan Walsh, 14.11.10 for 10th, and then RJ, Enzo Lopes 13th, 11.9.18. Not a good riding for him.
Yeah, especially since he qualified like third or something, I think.
Oh, Triple Crown destroyed people.
And he's been like pretty consistent, dude. Like he hasn't been crashing and stuff, like the first couple of races. So I think he crashed like every moto.
That Yoder dude made the main again.
Yeah.
He's pretty good, man.
Got 15th. He went 13, 19, 12.
Jerry Robin too. I feel like he that's probably one of his better races. I feel like he's had too.
Where's Tyler? His name's Tyler, or the heck? I can't think of his name.
Ty Masterpool.
Ty Masterpool, yeah. Dude, he hasn't made a main yet. Crazy.
He didn't line up for the LCQ, so did he not? Did he not qualify it? You ride the LCQ?
Maybe not. Hey, what about go back to the 450. What about the last lap, Sexton's last moto? Billy Benny Bloss almost takes him out. He crashes.
Aaron, here's our poop juice.
Poop juice.
Poop juice.
Oh shit.
You shake it up yet?
The poop juice. Ross just had that happen.
What is it?
That is terrible.
Chug it. Let's see it. Shot o'clock.
You just got chill. You just got to pound it, bud.
If I
Is that
Just
toilet
pound
water?
it.
trash can around me right now.
You
That's
can't
what I
puke. You got to keep that in you.
All right, I'll try.
What is it?
It's the poop juice.
It's poop juice.
Basically, just like electrolyte and
Toilet water.
yeah, basically, yeah, toilet water. And
For
Dude, just drink it, you big pansy.
dude, I haven't eaten anything all day. I'm drinking chicken broth out of this thing. That's what's in this right now.
You could go at any minute. Like you might have to leave at any minute.
Yeah, like the bathroom's like right back there. So if you guys see me running,
You just sit on a bucket.
Right.
All right. So let's see.
Dude, just pound it. Get it over with.
it tastes like salt water.
Yeah. So it tastes like Pedialyte.
Oh fuck.
Dude, I had the actual like prep. Like I just pounded the whole jug.
Yeah, I'm supposed to drink like half the jug now and then half the jug like 4 hours before my colonoscopy tomorrow.
Yeah.
But that's at like 8. So I got to get up at 4 in the morning, dude, and pound the other half of this jug.
Right.
Oh god.
Anybody else in 250 guys want to talk about?
Not yet.
Not yet. You got a surprise coming?
Well, we got to do our upsets and then our most impressed, and then we got to move into the futures after that.
Oh yeah. That's right. After Aaron chugs this, all right, we'll just go with it. So biggest upset or biggest disappointment, I would have to say is RJ. He just obviously not his thing. Doing good and then just went down.
That would be my biggest upset for the 250s would be RJ as well.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be his night.
It started
Yeah.
off that way.
I'm actually going with RJ also because he shouldn't be crashing that much.
Just because everybody said RJ, I'm gonna say Jet, dude. Just because he shouldn't be crashing that much either. Yeah. I feel like he's so dominant, and he just fucking looked like shit pretty much, like those first 2 races.
Yeah. You could actually even say Enzo Lopes. Like, where was he at?
Yeah, and Enzo Lopes' disappointment too.
Yeah, so I was gonna say either Enzo or RJ, but the only reason I stuck with RJ is because RJ is always getting to the front, and he went backwards instead of going to the front.
Yeah. Biggest surprise or biggest turnaround? I got to go with the chef, the kitchen, Levi Kitchen.
Dude, his bike had to be completely thrashed after he crashed in the sand, though. RJ's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody would have to agree with Levi Kitchen.
Yeah.
I think sorry Yamaha dudes, man. I feel like they've not been up there the last couple of races, and then Kitchen got first and Robertson got third, dude. So they haven't even been close to that. I feel like,
The thing is, though, it took a Triple Crown for that to happen.
What's crazy is Styles Robinson won the second moto or second main event. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And then Kitchen got second on that one. That's when Jet was sixth. Wonder who got third. Third was Nicoletti. That's when Nicoletti was leading. That was the one with all the carnage.
Nicoletti was winning most of the race, I think, until maybe the last 2 laps.
Yeah. We had a kitchen.
Did you fart already?
Me? No. Not yet. Hell no, dude, I'm scared to fart.
All right, let's go. Can we go futures? You want to go futures?
Yeah, sure.
I don't have the kid in front of me. The kid's name, whose futures is, anybody don't know, but I guess
Ben.
the next class coming up. You got the only person actually I do know. Wait, is Chase Hymas in this? Would he be considered a future?
No, I think he's riding the East Coast, ain't he?
Yeah, he wasn't at the futures.
So he's East Coast now. He's East Coast.
I think him and Hunter are running the East Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, that could be the 250 Honda guys.
Looks like Matt's looking for some notes somewhere, so we'll just keep
No,
talking.
I'm just yes. So I think Bennick looked. I think he looked really good.
Yeah.
Like
he looked like he could have top 10 in the big guys.
Yeah, like he looked, a little rusty because he's not racing these tracks every weekend, but he looked good. Like there's a lot of potential there. Where somebody else who's had all the chances in the world, who's had every opportunity there is, it doesn't impress me really because everything handed to him, like best equipment his whole life.
He crashed in that lane.
And then you put somebody like Bennick. I don't know. I just feel like if somebody else had that opportunity, they would be going a little bit better.
Yeah. Are they on 250s just like the other 250s? I mean, is their bikes any different?
Yeah, their bikes aren't quite as fast as the pro bikes.
Okay.
I believe that like even Deegan, even though he's on the star team, I think he was running different suspension. Like I think his race bike has different suspension than the bike he rode there.
Yeah. He runs KYB, doesn't he?
I think the whole team does.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think Yamaha does anything with Showa.
Yes. Deegan
But
goes.
that bomber or whatever, he looked good too.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but he didn't. He was down a lap in the main.
Yeah, he was
I don't
hauling.
know what happened.
Talon Hawkins, that kid was looking good too.
Yeah, both those good guys. Him and Cochran, they both look good.
Yeah, I think there was a few of them that looked good.
Uh,
a
Is
few
that
of them
Balmer? Is he on Star too?
No, I think he's on some other Yamaha. He's
on Yamaha. And he's got Monster and he wears Thor. But I don't think he's Star. But Bennick
his
and
graph.
Hayden are.
No, so Bennick is on a trial, like
Right, but he's still on a Star bike. He rides with them every day.
Yeah, and I think everybody thought that Deegan was just going to come out and dominate, dude, and it did not turn out that way at all.
No.
And not only that, but those kids, they weren't running super impressive lap times.
No, I didn't think so either.
Compared to the 50 pro guys.
The fastest lap time was a 102.16.
Yeah, and then
Bennick.
And you got the top 5 dudes in 250 running way under 1 minute, lap times.
Yeah.
I will say Star Youth Program is strong though.
Actually, let's see. So 250 qualifiers, basically the top 18 in the 250s were running 1 minute something flat. And those kids were running 102s, so I mean they would barely, they might not even make a main event at that.
Well, their practice times, they were right there with them.
Yeah,
that Balmer did a 58, I think, and then Bennick and Hayden both were at 1 minute flat, which would have been roughly 9 or 10.
58.
I think that's what it said. I could be wrong, but I know he was under a minute.
That's getting it. Yeah, so you kind of got to compare when they were both close to the same track time. because the track got beat up real bad. So
Yeah, I think their practice times were like that. It was, but I don't know what the race times were.
yeah, so the race times, like Bennick was a 102.16, and then let's see, Deegan was a 102.57, and then Bomber was a 102.3. So Deegan was the third fastest. It's like,
Yeah, I would have thought he'd be better too, man, because he like gets to ride Supercross tracks all the time.
Yeah.
Who? Deegan?
Yeah,
So does Dax. They both live at Star, or they don't live there, but they ride there every day.
yeah.
yeah, but you don't hear, I don't know, the hype ain't there for Bennick.
No.
It's like a Instagram filter for, you know how you got like this butt ass chick, and then she puts the filter on and she's like looking good. That's how I feel about Deegan.
Like all 5 of those top 5 kids, you know, Bomer, Deegan, Bennett, Cochran, Hawkins. I feel like any 5 of those kids, I feel like could have probably won because they were all pretty fast,
Trying to get the
and they were in timed qualifying. They were all less than a second apart.
couple things. So for the East Coast, even Houston, is that East Coast? Yeah, it is. So we're going East Coast 250s now.
Yeah,
Dude, they're saying that Deegan might be lining up for that.
I thought he was.
I don't think it's been officially said yet, though.
yeah. I think they're still trying to decide.
After this
If you-
weekend,
if
I
you-
blew off.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. I really do feel like maybe he's not ready.
No, I don't think so.
How old's that kid though? He's pretty young still.
16
Yeah.
or 17 now.
It's not going to kill him to wait another year.
I look at Jet at 16. Jet's only 18, right? 17 now.
He's already dude, he don't need to race pro, man. He's probably making freaking money hand over fist already. He don't even need to move up to the pros yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to eventually.
Yeah, but when he moves up to the pros, I feel like it's going to ruin his career because then everybody's going to know he's not that good.
Following. I agree with you.
Yeah,
He's
they
gonna
said
stop posting so much then.
Dude, the smoke show's over at that point.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Smoking mirrors.
they
The
said
hype is gone.
they said when he moves up that like you can't have all those Deegan can't have all those cameras around him like that. Yamaha won't allow that.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know how they're gonna.
Because he's making a lot of money off his YouTube channel.
Yeah. Who's making the money, Brian or?
Well, I'm sure he shares it with him. Brian doesn't seem to be that kind of a
Well, I mean,
dude.
Brian probably takes care of all of his stuff because he's only 16, you know?
They have 3 cameras,
Right.
3 at all times.
That makes me want to just hang up.
Don't hang up on us.
His little brother's racing too, so I'm kind of curious what's going to happen with his little brother.
Same thing. He's gonna have fucking 15 videographers following him around.
What's up? Is not what we're talking about, but is the daughter? Is she gonna do NASCAR? Anybody know?
I think
I
she's
don't
on the NASCAR team.
She's pretty good though. I think.
One down.
How many you got to go?
3.
All right, so I'm looking at the. If you guys want to go, if you go to supercrosslive.com, I'm looking at the Houston track. It looks all right. It looks pretty cool. Nice big sand section, big and a big turn.
I like
Sand
it.
doesn't belong to Supercross.
Do
No,
I?
I like it. It's cool because everybody hates it.
Yeah, there's a over under, and there too. Big whoop section. It looks like.
Well, it's a football stadium, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so the track will be bigger than Anaheim and stuff.
yeah. So okay, so East Coast 250 will be racing, but we got 2 riders out. We'll have
Every time I burp, he thinks Aaron's farting.
Dude, I'm not farting. I'm scared to fart.
Dude, your first shit won't be that big of a deal. Your first one won't be that big. It'll be like a normal shit.
So Jalik Swoll was out with broken arm. Do they have a replacement yet? Did they say?
No.
Okay. And
That
then,
means the Cochran or Halkins might end up going pro a little faster.
Dude, the last time I did a colonoscopy like a few years ago, and I literally, before I had to go in the morning, dude, it was like
Are you holding shit in?
It was no, it was like I pooped. It was like straight diarrhea, just explosive, dude. And,
Oh yeah, it's like pissing out your butthole.
And I looked, like when I was done, dude, it was just pure vomit. There's nothing in the toilet.
That's what they're gonna ask you the next morning. Like, dude, was it nothing but yellow?
I didn't even have to wipe, dude. I just like shook, and that's all I had to do.
I mean, you still should wipe it off.
I checked, dude, but I like wiped your wipe your butt, dude. There's nothing there. It's like, holy shit, awesome.
okay.
That's awesome.
I've never had one.
Aaron, why do you have to have another one if you just had one a couple years ago?
No, that was probably like 5 years ago.
Still.
Yeah, like I got mine. And they're like, oh yeah, come back in 30 years or 20 years. I'm like, okay.
You must get one every 3 years, dude.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah, after you turn 40.
I'm not 40 yet, so I guess it's all right.
Yeah.
You're getting there.
I'm never getting one.
Bitch.
Fuck that. I'll just fucking die. I don't care.
Well, shit.
So yeah, Jalik Swoll's out, broken arm, and then Joe Shimoda's out, and Chris Blows will fill in for Joe Shimoda on the Cowie team. What do you guys think about that?
It's good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Chris will actually get some good results for him.
Yeah.
Speaking of 40, how old is Chris?
Like 32?
He's got to be mid 30s, right?
Yeah.
Dude, he was racing arena cross 10 years ago, and I thought he was like one of the older guys.
One of you guys said this past week. They need to like chill out, like right before it always seems to happen like a week going into when they start, and something happens. Like
Yeah, I said everybody needs to stop riding.
Yeah, something like that's crazy.
It seems like it's getting worse.
They need to go to back to two strokes.
Yeah, and then Chris,
that would be badass.
I do think it would be really cool if they did a 125 thing, kind of like how MXGP does that. You know, they do the 250, 450 class, but they also have like the 125 class. I think that'd be nice.
The only thing is they couldn't do a 125 class with the way the tracks are designed now because they're made for four strokes.
Right.
Yeah. Seth Hamlicker is also out.
Yeah, dude, Pro Circuit is just falling apart.
Yeah.
Like Cameron McAdoo is literally like the last great hope they have.
He's done.
Is what that one kid riding? It's got a real long last name.
Ryder DeFrancisco?
Yeah.
He's hurt.
He's hurt.
He's hurt.
I mean, at least it's good for McAdoo. He'll have a couple weeks off though.
And so is Jet Reynolds. Like everybody in Pro Circuit's hurt.
Jet
That's
Reynolds
crazy.
is hurt, or is he back?
Who?
Jet Reynolds, is he racing?
He's hurt.
Dude, that dude's been hurt forever. He can't catch a break.
Houston has a huge whoop section.
Yeah. Houston does have a big whoop section.
I got a new sticker.
Nice.
I hate when people put zeros in front of their number.
Yeah.
I will say they haven't made the whoops as big this year as they were last year.
Very GNCC.
The zero.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with 450 winners. 450 podium for Houston.
Ooh, all right, let's write this down. Who's first?
I'll go. I'll take I'll go Tomac, Sexton, Anderson.
Who's next? Roth?
I'm gonna take.
I was gonna go Tomac, Anderson, Sexton.
Aaron?
Man, I'm saying Tomac, Sexton, Anderson, and Roxon in fourth.
Cooper Webb.
No way, dude. Not with those whoops. Cooper Webb, no way. Not
What the
happening.
fuck are you talking about? He'll be jumping through them things like fucking Marvin Moose can.
No, I don't know, man. I just not with that long whoop section. I have.
I bet you.
AP,
Cooper Webb beats Coon Roxon this weekend. Guaranteed.
AP's way better than Webb in the whoops.
That's only because he's taller and he ain't faster anywhere else.
That bike just sucks, dude. It sucks in the whoops.
Where are you going, Mets?
Eli, Sexton, Webb. Let's see.
AP's the only one that can make that KTM look decent, like skimming. I feel like.
Them legs.
I'm at 8%.
Okay. All right, let's do 250.
About 8% in my body. I'm about to go to sleep.
All right, let's do 250 real quick. I don't know the big hitters. I would say is Hunter, J. Martin. Who else they got? The big hitter over there.
Chris Bliss.
Who's lining up for Star?
J. Martin.
Yeah, but
they have
J. Martin Club X.
Club, that's right. Shit.
Thrasher.
They got Jordan Smith, Thrasher, and Hayden Deegan.
Hey,
Hopefully they got Bannock.
I don't think Deegan's ready to throw his career away yet.
Is Bennick old enough though?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he's only like 15. He might be older.
I haven't looked at the entry list. I think they got the entry list up for it, right?
I'm at 7%.
Whose fault's that? That's not our fault.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, dude, Max Anstey.
No.
He was riding a Suzuki though.
I'm
Or
going
no,
with
who's he riding for? Firepower Honda, ain't he?
J. Martin for the win.
Anstey's riding Firepower Honda.
You taking J Mart over
Hunter?
over Hunter Lawrence?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, actually, I'm reading here that it says Chance Hymas is going to do only select rounds on the East Coast.
Mm.
And so Hunter's their main dude, and then Chance Hymas says select rounds.
I could see Thrasher being a little bit better this year.
For East Coast, that Tom Vialli guy is riding for KTM.
He won't be very good.
Bullshit. He's from France. He sucks.
Red Bull KTM, Tom Vialli. Jalek Swole was supposed to be Rockstar Husky. He's out.
Yeah.
Michael Moseman.
Yeah.
I forgot about Mosey.
Yeah, Moseman. He's fast, dude.
He was a contender. He was a contender last year.
Shimoda Hammaker both out for PC, so they just have blows. Monster Energy Star for East Coast. It says Nick Romano, Jordan Smith, Nate Thrasher.
It'll be Thrasher or Jordan be like their only good one.
Didn't Nick Romano win a moto or win a main last year?
5%.
Was it
Grant
outdoors or
Harlan
indoors?
is racing.
Do what?
Grant Harlan.
Yeah, but Grant Harlan will be even top 5.
Yeah,
Wait,
he's okay, dude, but he's just I don't think Grant Harlan.
All right, Mets is about to go here. All right,
Yeah.
wrap it up. We'll go J Mart, Hunter. What do you guys got?
I got J. Martin, Hunter, Smith.
Okay, I'll go with that. Same for me. What about you, Aaron?
I'm going Hunter, J Mart, Max Anstey.
Mets, write this down.
Oh shit! What? I can't.
Forget about it. It's just all dude. The only one who's different is Aaron. Me, you, and Ryan did J Mart, Hunter, and Jordan. Is that what we said?
Jordan Smith.
Yeah.
Same.
Wait, we'll write it down.
Yeah, all 3 of us are the same. Aaron's the one going different.
Yeah.
J. Mart.
I've been watching Max Anstey's like training stuff, and he's looking pretty good on the Supercross track right now.
Who do you got?
He
Aaron?
did good overseas.
Aaron, who'd you pick?
I'm saying Hunter, number 1, and then J Mart, and then Max Anstey.
All right. We're right. All right. I'll send a picture later. My phone is at 4%.
All right, fellas. We did it Monday night. We did it.
Oh, it was
Good one,
30
same
minutes
right
late.
time.
Yeah, I did. My flight got canceled because due to snow in Texas, so it worked out for us.
Better work out every
And then
time.
next week I'll be here again next Monday. Man, we're good.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
See you guys.